Good morning, North Texas. Thanks for being with us here on air and WFAA Plus. I'm Dia Wall.
And I'm Matt Howerton. We are going to get to the rain, the forecast later on this week. But right now we want to start with Erica Lopez. You have some look at the roads this morning, Erica.
Yes, Matt and Dia, you're right. We've issued a traffic impact alert because of this crash on 75 northbound and Haskell. This is in Dallas County. As you plan out your drive leaving the downtown Dallas area, we've got significant enough delays that I've issued that alert. Not a full closure. 2 lanes are open and moving, but this bus was involved, a few other vehicles, and the clearing stages are still ongoing out this way. Of course, wet roads a factor. This is what things look like behind it at Hall. Things are stretching well beyond this as well. So I want to take you over to our map and kind of set the scene here for you. As we look at things county by county elsewhere, Denton and Collin County relatively quiet. Couple crashes across Tarrant County, but Dallas County, that 75 crash is really the big headache. You can see the delays stretching all the way down to 30 and even a little bit past it on toward 45 because of this. So as you plan out your drive, if you need to get on there, you typically take 75 through this area. Dallas North Tollway is going to be a good option instead to not get stuck in those backups. And then I mentioned Tarrant County wrecks. We've got at least one here, 287 southbound and 820. I'll leave you with a look at this one, but we can't warn you enough to take it slow with those wet roads. Greg's going to talk more about where we're seeing that rain.
Yeah, that rain always causes problems out there. So let's take a look at radar here for you this morning. It's starting to pick up a little bit as you get on the other side of Fort Worth. As we get out toward Weatherford, you see heading up into Wise County as well. You've seen some light to moderate showers. Tapering off some now over into Dallas County, but still some scattered light rain pushing through, and it picks up once again heading up into the northern part of Collin County. Now, as we zoom out a little bit more, some heavier showers and embedded thunderstorms well out over the southwest. And that's where we'll have maybe some heavier rain here as we go through the morning rush. But you see how widespread the showers are here this morning. So again, just be prepared for the wet commute. The rain's going to be sticking around through the morning rush, probably right on through midday. So we'll get more on that with the forecast here for you coming up in just a bit. But taking you on out to Fort Worth, the rain has picked up once again. It is light. It is coming down. 57 degrees out there for you right now. Those winds out of the east and southeast are going to stay in that 5-10 mile per hour range, and the same coming out to DBU here this morning. So we'll have those mid upper 50s for you. Heading over to Terrell and Canton at 58, 56 right now in McKinney. We're not going to warm up a whole lot thanks to the cloud cover, the showers that will persist throughout much of the day as you get the kids ready to head off to the bus stop. We'll have the widespread rain, maybe an isolated thunderstorm this morning, so they'll certainly need the rain gear, the umbrellas, the raincoat, maybe even those rain boots as well here this morning. And we see those temperatures around noontime, only around 60 degrees and only about 64 or so as we head toward 4 o'clock here this afternoon. Now, the rain will start to taper off as we head later into today and this evening, but more shower and thunderstorm chances down the road as we head toward the end of the week. We'll talk more in detail about that for you coming up in just a little bit. But now, Matt and Dia, back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Greg. We're just months away from the start of summer and a possible reopening of Camp Mystic after last year's deadly floods.
Now lawmakers are taking a closer look at the site. Natalie Haddad in the newsroom now with the latest push for accountability, Natalie, both inside and outside the camp.
Yes, good morning to you both. State lawmakers could be seen touring the camp property closest to the Guadalupe River as some nearby residents lined the streets. This was the first time Texas lawmakers visited Camp Mystic, going with hopes to learn more about what might have contributed to 27 lives being lost in the July 4th floods last year at that campsite. Their visit was closed to the public. Meanwhile, people who live nearby held up signs encouraging lawmakers to not just look at ways to protect the campsite and that area, but all of Kirk County, where Camp Mystic is located.
I know the legislation that they looked at in the second special session did amazing things for camp safety. It really lacked teeth in doing disaster response and preparedness for the rest of Texans.
Yes, they were encouraging safety for all Texans in flood events. In response to Monday's visit, Camp Mystic says in a statement that it looks forward to supporting state lawmakers in their efforts to, quote, gain a thorough and accurate understanding of what happened at Camp Mystic and in Kirk County. Now, earlier this year, the Texas legislature passed several camp safety related laws. Lawsuits and investigations against and into Camp Mystic continue, including why they had no apparent evacuation plan. Dia?
All right, Natalie, some important updates there. Thank you. After what happened, a therapist tells us there's a lot of anxiety with kids heading back to camp this summer. And this is a topic they're talking a lot about in their office. Coming up on WFAA Plus, we're speaking with an expert in studio to help parents out there navigate any feelings your kids might be feeling. That's coming up at 7:15. Tonight, leaders in McKinney will decide whether to spend more than $400,000 to upgrade its executive airport. If approved, the money would go toward the runway extension project that's already underway. McKinney is looking to be the next viable and third commercial airport in North Texas by the end of this year.
It's a pivotal day in the war with Iran. The U.S. says new peace talks are scheduled in Pakistan with Vice President J.D. Vance headed there today. The big overhanging question is Iran even willing to negotiate? Overnight, the Trump administration says a peace deal is imminent with the ceasefire set to expire tomorrow night. The president says it's not likely to be extended. In a statement by Iran's parliament, it says it's not accepting negotiations, quote, under the shadow of threats, with the Strait of Hormuz still a key point of tension. But the New York Times reports an Iranian delegation will attend talks if Vice President J.D. Vance also attends. We'll keep you updated on any significant conversations there today. This morning, a new hope for those pushing to keep several Dallas libraries open. At a meeting we previewed yesterday, city leaders heard updated feedback showing strong library use. New feedback shows 85% of respondents rely on services weekly, and now the city is weighing a plan to keep neighborhood branches open while still moving forward with 5 flagship locations. The challenge, funding is still up in the air right now. Budget cuts already closed Skillman Southwestern last year, and 4 more libraries could be on the chopping block, saving about $2.6 million.
You may be part of a mystery and not even know it. Somebody's paying some good money to gauge public opinion as the Dallas Mavericks consider where to call home when their lease expires at the AAC. City Hall reporter Cole Sullivan is breaking down what the survey questions can tell us.
It asks about the Mavs staying at the American Airlines Center, moving to the Dallas City Hall site downtown, moving to the old Valley View Mall site. It also asks something new, how you would feel about the Mavs leaving the city of Dallas but staying in Dallas County. Remember, the Las Vegas Sands Corporation also owns that land out in Irving where Texas Stadium used to be.
They are really looking at a public-private partnership where the team puts up some number of hundreds of millions of dollars and the voters will be expected to put up quite a bit of money too.
As for who's behind the survey, the city of Dallas says not it. The Las Vegas Sands Corporation says they didn't pay the polling company either. The Mavs did not want to comment. You can check out more long story shorts right now on demand on WFAA Plus. And remember, Plus is a free download right now.
Here's a snapshot of news that you need to see this morning. It took more than 100 firefighters to put out this massive fire in Chicago. Crews saw plumes of smoke and flames coming out of 3 homes yesterday morning. One of the homes also collapsed. Fortunately, the families inside were able to get out. No one was hurt. Firefighters did not say what sparked the fire, but obviously a very big mess.
I end up looking out my window, and then I see a flame that's probably as high as the 2nd story.
Frightening moments for a Florida neighborhood over the weekend. A small plane crashed into that man's yard Sunday morning about 30 miles north of Tampa. The home did have some damage to it, and the 59-year-old pilot sadly died. The NTSB is investigating.
It felt amazing to catch that ball over the rail. It felt even more amazing to give it to her and hug her.
And this brother and sister duo, they are catching the hearts of baseball fans on Sunday. Wow, what a catch. Pittsburgh Pirate outfielder Jake Mangum threw a ball up to the little boy. He then gave the ball to his sister, gave her a huge hug, and last night they got to meet Mangum before the game. And that is a look at your morning snapshot. Always good to see some brotherly, sisterly love.
I hope my kids are watching.
The ballpark.
Hope my kids watching.
Yeah, take notes.
Take some notes.
I wish the Mavericks would have polled more people about the Luka trade. But they said they didn't do it.
Listen, you're not going to get me in trouble today, Matt. It is 6:39 on this Tuesday.
All right, still ahead. I-35 is getting busier throughout North Texas.
And now state officials want to hear from you on how to make it all better. Erica Lopez tells us how you can get involved at 6:50.
And families know sending your kids to summer camp can be expensive, but you might already have some money saved up. Up next, a way to cover the cost that you might not think about.
All right, we are talking about widespread showers pushing through the Metroplex right now, so please do give yourself plenty of extra time out there with the wet roads. So we'll have a look at radar and your forecast when we come back. And as we go to break there, look at the Central Expressway. On the driving shot there, you can see the rain is coming down, and we're heading to one of those accidents that Erica has been updating you on, so we'll have more on that when Daybreak continues.